I don't hear people say, you're really here because of 50 Cent. Like, we know you because of 50 Cent. So how are you so comfortable with disrespecting 50 Cent?
50, he move a little different. You know, even though he forgives, he don't forget. And I'm talking about, I really fucked up G-Unit Clothing, the record company, the whole shit. I put G-Unit.
What to do, RIZZLE fam? 50 and the game, they go way, way back. Their relationship had a lot of ups and downs, but seems like they aren't on such good terms as some of us had thought. Even though they squashed their beef some years ago, there's clearly some tension between these two ever since Super Bowl this year. The game's been salty, and now we got 50 warning Game to stay away from him. So what did 50 really threaten Game with? So, as most of you guys already know, the 2022 Super Bowl was one hell of a show. The halftime show had been talked about all over social media. Most people agree that all this was a big day for hip-hop as a music genre and a major win for West Coast artists. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, 50 Cent, they blew the roof off the stage with a historical collab performance. In fact, some say that the show was more celebrated than the actual Super Bowl itself, but not everyone was so excited about the show. In particular, the Game had something to say about the whole thing. He felt a bit cheated, and here's exactly why that happened. The halftime show included mostly California artists, and the show was taking place in LA, so naturally, you'd expect that they would call up the Game to join the party, but that never happened. In fact, they called up many other names, including that of 50 Cent and Mary J. Blige, who come from New York, and Eminem, who's from Detroit. So if you ask the Game why that was the case, he thinks it's because they're a safe pick, someone who'll just follow the protocol no matter what. He also did an interview where he was asked about how he felt because of the fact that he wasn't called up to perform, and this is what he had to say.
We on the West Coast are the only that have this crab in the barrel mentality where we want to keep down or don't do things based on what somebody else might think it looks like. LA, all around the Super Bowl, and I don't get the call. So
how'd you feel?
I was hurt by that.
Thank you.
The Game wasn't the only one who noticed what was going on. King Trell immediately recognized that something was off here. The Game comes literally from the streets of LA, and he should have been in the equation. That's why he posted this comment, and the Game later reposted the comment on his story too. The comment said, FYI, Los Angeles Confidential should have been on the stage at the Super Bowl. I'll be the first to say it. The Game just added the caption to that same story saying, brazy for real. To be 100 with you, the Game wasn't invited because there's something personal between him and the rest of the people who were performing that night. Rather, the person who orchestrated the show in terms of music was Dr. Dre, and he probably found other artists more suitable than the Game. Fans were right in noticing that this show revolved around Dr. Dre and his story. It wasn't a West Coast LA Super Bowl, it was Dr. Dre. So whoever he wants there is what goes. It is what it is, man. The performance wasn't about being from LA, it was about the connection to Dre. Everything would have gone quiet if it wasn't for the recent development in regard to the same show from February. See, to add insult to injury, for the Game, the LA performance received an Emmy Award for Outstanding Variety Special. And that's not all. 50 Cent, who performed at the show, just won an Emmy, deciding to hop on Instagram and brag about his new award. I just won my Emmy Award for the Super Bowl halftime show, LOL. However, then 50 did something pretty disrespectful. He publicly clowned the Game just moments after he found out that he won the award because the Game didn't get invited and didn't get an award. 50 posted an older photo of the Game, captioning it with no caption needed. But Instagram wasn't the only platform that 50 decided to make fun of the Game on. He also tweeted about it, made fun of the fact that the Game's new album, Drillmatic: Heart vs. Mind, only made 18K in sales in the first week. 50 said, oh no, I'm sorry you don't get one. Then the first week, 18K, if you need someone to talk to, I'm here for you, LOL. You know, truth be told, the Game's album did get a number slightly higher than that, but that was just straight up diss from 50. Now the fact that 50 decided to go at the Game and do him nasty like that doesn't come as a huge surprise. In fact, these two have had a beef for a long time, and we thought it was squashed, but as it turns out, it was never squashed for real. As y'all probably recall, the Game was signed to 50's G-Unit label back in 2003, but their partnership ended on a bad note, and the two became rivals. They were at each other's necks for like 12 years, man. The beef was allegedly squashed in 2016 after the Game appeared in one of the clubs in LA and said that he's ready to move on and forget about the past.
Try to feel no certain way. I fuck with 50. What happened? That shit was 12 years ago. Niggas ain't on that shit.
However, it looks like 50 wasn't ready to forget about what happened between the two of them just like that. The Instagram post was removed just a couple minutes later, but the tweet is still up there. The game saw what was going on, and of course, he came up with his own answer to 50. He uploaded an old 50 Cent photo and put the same caption 50 did, but a little twist. No caption needed. Spicy ass. What your eyebrow doing? LOL. But that was not the end of it. He decided to go a little further than just memes and trolling. He went straight for 50's family. Text your oldest son and tell him you love him, bruh. I don't respect no dude on earth who treat his own child like an op. You been a bitch. At this point, a lot of people believe the game is just desperate. He hasn't been putting up big boy numbers for a while now, and perhaps this is just one of the ways in which he's trying to stay relevant. He's saying all these things all over social media just to get some chatter going about his name. First, it was the boasting promotion of his album, where he claimed that his album was going to be the #1 album of the year, as well as the best piece of music that he's created so far. Then he dropped the project. He dedicated a 10-minute track toward dissing M, Dre, 50. All arrows point to the fact that he's just grabbing attention whenever he has a chance for it. Fans know what's up though. One of them decided to call the game out for what he's been doing in the last. Funny how a lot of dudes years ago were swearing Game was the next big thing just cause how hard he was coming at 50 and G-Unit. Now look at a whole decade later doing anything to get attention. 1 minute praising 50, then dissing him the next day, and in his feelings all over halftime performance? Swear bro, just taking L's left to right at this point. Another comment went on to say, sad thing about it, Game can actually rap his ass off, but he just incorporating a lot of unnecessary antics. Shake my head. However, the drama between 50 and the Game did not end there. It gets pretty serious. See, the Game called out 50 Cent in front of a huge crowd in one of the clubs where he was performing. Similar to the time when he said they were cool, this time around, he announced that it was going down.
I still don't 50 Cent here.
50 saw the video and warned the Game to stay away from him or it might get ugly. He posted, "Oh no, you're making me nervous now. You know it's not safe around me when I'm nervous." LOL. It seems like the beef has been brought back to life. 50 started the whole thing this time around, and the Game didn't hesitate to jump back in it. We can only hope that the whole back and forth sitch between them on Instagram and Twitter isn't that serious, otherwise we might get to see more diss tracks, or even worse. As of now, it seems like the Game is the one who has to chill out and just calm down. He feels totally out of place, even though he's got nothing to prove. But what y'all think about 50's message towards the Game? Do you think he was just being funny with all the things that he said about the Game, or do you think he really meant it all? Why do you think the Game is doing all these things? Is he just out there grabbing some immediate attention or nah? Let us know what you think all about it in the comments section below. If you like this video, make sure to check this next one out. Always remember to click like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and as always, remember to keep it RIZZLE.